There's no question that Las Vegas is a unique place. A neon beacon in the Mojave Desert. Sin City, as it's been so affectionately dubbed, is a bastion of entertainment, decadence, and gluttony. Among the glistening hotels that have sprouted up from the desert floor, the round-the-clock nightlife, and the high-stakes wagers, has evolved a unique sort of creature, the whale. Obviously, not the variety found in the ocean, though they are sometimes found swimming in money. These are not the only whales that can be found in the Mojave. This moniker has been earned by other things in this desert mecca of decadence. So, like a dusty Captain Ahab, Marisa and I decided to set out in search of these mythical whales. Oh, and we plan to ride a Saddle Sore 1000 while on the hunt. That's 1,000 miles in less than 24 hours.
Alright. First fuel stop. We'll start our marker for the day, our timer for the day.
Leaving Las Vegas.
Leaving Las Vegas.
I'm sure some people are singing it like that when they leave.
Alright, we're at mile 0. Well, actually, we're at mile 1. Only 999 to go. It's gonna be a long day.
It is definitely going to be a long day. But that's what we signed up for.
It'll be a little tricky. Speed limits are lower. We'll be going through some small towns. So it's not just a hop on the interstate and crunch miles kind of thing. We're gonna do the best we can. We've got the right bikes for it.
We made our way out of town towards our first destination, and we were off to a great start. Perfect riding conditions for this long ride lulled us into thinking this would be an easy task. So we're headed to Slater's 50/50.
Oh, that's not till the end. Right now we're headed to Badwater Basin.
No, we're headed there, but we're doing a huge loop out into the desert before we get back.
A lake has formed at Badwater Basin, and supposedly it's very scenic.
So I read that this lake that formed from this rainfall from Hurricane Hillary that swept up here is, I think it said 4 miles by 2 miles. It's only a couple inches deep, but as long as you have a very skinny whale, we might find one in there.
Yep. So we're gonna go check that out first. It'll be our first stretch break that we'll make. I don't know how many miles it is to get there. We're officially allowed through Death Valley. Heading into Death Valley National Park.
First 100 miles down.
First 100 miles done.
Badwater Basin is a vast prehistoric salt flat that's nearly 200 square miles. It's the lowest point in North America, characterized by an extremely arid climate, where temperatures routinely exceed 120 degrees Fahrenheit. All right, we made it to Badwater Basin. No whales so far, but there is some water, which is a pretty historic event. Off behind Marisa here, there's a sea level sign way up on the hill. Still looking for whales though.
The sign says 282 feet below sea level. And look at this lake that was formed. We probably spent too much time checking this out, walking in the water. For only being 100 miles into our ride today, but I think this was worth it.
The shallow lake formed here is rare, but not unheard of, with lakes having formed in this location in 2005, 2015, and 2019. Still, it felt special to see this glassy lake in this unique place before it evaporated.
Well, there it was.
There it was. Badwater Basin.
Yep. Pretty cool looking. That was already probably a longer stop than we should have done, but I think it was worth it for that.
How are you feeling?
130 miles in, I'm feeling good. I was kind of tired to start with, so I have a feeling that's not really going to go away.
The time came for our first fuel stop. Did 150 miles, we'll call it, on that first one. Feeling good, getting gas, moving on. Y'all check out these gas prices when they know you need it. Premium is $8.84. What a spot. It's a gorgeous view. Hopefully it looks good through this windscreen.
Well, we're on this road for 101 miles before we turn, so
All right.
here's to the next leg of the journey.
We pressed on, focused on our goal. Well, mostly. We were still sightseeing.
If we're gonna detour, it's gonna be to get a smush penny.
After our required trinket stop, we were back at it, treated to the beautiful desert scenery. We'd been making great time, so our press penny stop was not a big deal. Or so we thought. What's going on?
Road work, probably a landslide,
Yep.
and we stopped. They said 15 to 20 minute wait. So we're waiting.
Luckily, the stop didn't cost too much time. However, it was precious minutes that we hadn't planned for. We would certainly need to maintain our intensity, especially if we were going to find any whales before nightfall, as we knew they'd get harder to spot in the dark.
But if I hadn't stopped to get a smushed penny, we probably would have timed it perfectly to go with the last group. But no, I had to wait in line to get quarters and a penny. Usually I'm prepared, okay, and I have 51 cents with me all the time. But I've already bought a smushed penny earlier in the trip and I didn't replenish my 51 cents. Anyway, we're moving again.
This is a pretty stretch of road, though.
This is the Death Valley Scenic Byway.
Despite the construction slowdown, we were still on track. And before too long, it was time for fuel. For the bikes and ourselves.
300 miles in, 700 to go. Hopefully we get it done. I can tell I've ridden 300 miles.
Yeah.
I would be okay with stopping now and going to a hotel and finding a pool.
We'd made our lunch short and got back on the road, concerned that we weren't going to find the blubbery bounty of which we pursued, until finally, a break.
Oh look, I see a whale! Look!
What?
Do you see it?
Oh, is he over across the lake? The basin, rather?
It looks like a whale.
I'm sure that's not showing up on camera, but we see a whale.
We definitely see a whale.
Unfortunately, it's not exactly the type of whale we're looking for.
I mean, is it?
It was not. It was a beached stone, not one of our aquatic cousins. We continued into the night on our search, and just before darkness enveloped us, we were treated to some spectacular views. Inevitably, darkness fell on the arid landscape, and we stopped to prepare for the long night ahead of us. Bada boom!
Night mode engaged.
We're not in California anymore.
Cleaning the windshield because it is now dark outside, which means it's gonna get chilly.
We just stopped for a snack to top up some batteries.
Swapped out our face shields. We are now in night mode. So, first leg of the nighttime journey is underway, and we're just about halfway there.
My heated grips and my heated seat are on because it has gotten a little chilly.
Yeah, I decided to not layer up yet.
Me too. I'm waiting till I need it, and then I'll appreciate it.
That was my methodology too. It will get colder.
Yeah, it gets cold quick. We kept riding into the night, ignoring the rapidly dropping temperatures and our building hunger. We stopped only for fuel and quick stretch breaks to make up for the time we'd lost during the day. We'd ridden a little over 500 miles and had reached our halfway point.
Reno, the biggest little city in the world.
Though we were slightly ahead of schedule, we didn't have much time to explore. We had come here on a mission. We were hunting. And it was in this biggest little city in the world we found more whales.
Oh, there's a whale! I see it!
We have found another whale.
Second one of the trip. We're doing pretty good. Only had to go 500 miles to see 2 whales.
Which, I mean, it's pretty good in the desert.
This 50-foot tall sculpture of a humpback whale and her baby calf debuted in 2016 at Burning Man, before eventually making its way to downtown Reno to settle down for a quieter life. It's constructed of steel lattice, and unlike most of the illuminated structures in this desert, the blue and purple glow emanating through the nearly 2,000 acrylic panels is calming, inviting admiration and contemplation as the colors slowly cycle. The space whale stands as a testament to family, our relationships with nature, time and space, and our responsibility to preserve our environment.
I'm feeling great.
Yeah, I'm feeling good.
We're 518 miles in.
Yeah.
And I could do that again. Oh, wait, I gotta.
Wait, we are.
We spent as much time as we thought wise in Reno before leaving the neon oasis to venture back into the night and into the cold.
Here we go.
We reached the furthest away point, found the whales. Now we're headed back to Vegas, baby.
Middle of the night Vegas run. That's how you're supposed to do it, right?
But honestly, we've got, 12 hours to go 500 miles. So
I think we can do that.
yeah, no problem.
We stopped to add our final layers, but temperatures in the mid-30s slowed our pace significantly. We began performing the calculus on low-temperature riding at speed.
Okay, I'm going to set my cruise to just over 60 instead of 80, and maybe that will help with the coldness.
Either that or prolong the coldness.
What's the better philosophy there? Do you go faster to get through it quicker, but the wind chill is higher? Or do you slow down so that the wind chill isn't as strong, but it takes you a little longer?
We slowed down. I'm not sure if it was the cold sapping our energy, that we'd been awake for nearly 24 hours, road hypnotization, or a combination of all three. But in the middle of the night, during the darkest hours, our minds began to wander.
So, you know how when you're riding or you're driving and you're pretty sleepy, you're not like dozing off, but you're just kind of in a trance a little bit, or you start seeing things that aren't really there, like shadows. Does that ever happen to you?
It does. I feel like these roads, these arrow straight roads are hypnotizing me, and I feel like I might be starting to see some things too.
Cold and thoroughly hypnotized by the straight roads, we decided to stop for a longer break.
We're almost there.
Thinking we may get lucky and find another whale, we chose to warm up a bit in a small casino we found.
So we have about 120 miles left, but it's getting to the point where we're tired and cold, and we're ending up stopping every 50 to 100 miles to warm up. Hopefully this last little stretch that we're on will gradually warm up as we get closer to Las Vegas, and we won't have to stop again until we get to the end.
Last leg. How you feeling?
I'm exhausted.
Me too. And cold.
And frozen, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's hit it.
Ladies first.
Which way did we come in from?
The sun is coming up.
The long night finally passed, and we were spurred on towards the glowing horizon. The sun began to rise, and with it, mercifully, so did the temperature.
I thought we were gonna beat the sun back, but nope.
We'd been knocked off our schedule, but we were still on track to complete the 1,000 miles within our 24-hour allotment. Barely.
Can't wait to eat a whale burger.
Yeah.
We weren't upset, as it was an excuse to watch this beautiful desert sunrise. Just as the sun peeked over the horizon, we noticed an uptick in traffic as we rode into the furthest reaches of the sprawling Las Vegas suburbs. Finally, after nearly the entire 24 hours,
Just a little more. 1,000 miles! Woo!
Boom! We did it. And we gotta stop and get a receipt and get bona fide, and we're in there.
We are in there just by the hair of our chins.
That cold weather messed us up.
Yeah, we made some stops though, and other than this little bit that we did, our route had no interstate on it. We had some twisty roads through national parks.
I'm happy with it. That's a good day's work right there.
Yep. Now let's go eat a whale burger.
Here we go. Picking up the final receipt.
we snapped our last fuel photo, and after nearly 24 hours without a proper meal, we were more than ready to harpoon this last whale. However, rather inconveniently,
Slater's 50/50. Bacon, burgers, beer. I like this place already.
Oh, they don't open till 11.
No! You're joking! I've waited this long. I'm waiting.
Dadgummit.
we decided we could probably use our time a bit more wisely.
Base doesn't open till 11, so we got tired of waiting and we're gonna go sit in a hot tub for an hour or so.
I need that after that ride.
Soak all of our aches and pains away.
Which there are none. I feel great.
I do feel great, but a hot tub soak after 1,000 miles on a motorcycle? Yes, please.
Oh yeah. I'm not turning my nose up to it. Don't get me wrong.
A relaxing dip in the hot tub was just what we needed. But it didn't make us any less hungry. So, finally, we bagged our last whale on this journey. Slater's 50/50 is a burger joint with a secret menu item as elusive as a whale in the desert. After searching the restaurant for the hidden code that unlocks the secret menu, we were able to order the most over-the-top Vegas-style burger you could imagine. The Whale Burger. This burger costs $135 and it tastes as extravagant as it sounds. That's Vegas, baby.
It's good effort.
Burger like this deserves hands, at least for as long as possible.
How is this even possible?
We're finally done, and all the skin on my face is sore.
That's from stretching it open to eat that burger.
No, it's not.